Hey guys, it's the Geek Reviewer here, and Jesus fucking Christ, this proves every time I see something like this proves to me that video game players, people in the video game community, whatever video game community you are, there are always spoiled little fucking bitches out there that get so mad when something doesn't go their way. Now, I've seen this with Destiny. Because I used to be big in the Destiny community. I'd see when things didn't go people's way. They'd throw bitch fits when something didn't get nerfed properly, when DLC wasn't as good as they wanted it to be. I kind of did this too. I'm not sinless with this. But when a DLC didn't come out, like during Taken King, when we didn't get a DLC, people threw like a riot almost. Like it was of the level of a riot, but on Twitter, people were flipping out when House of Wolves got delayed, etc., etc., etc. Anyway, what's now happening with a game I'm following now is Rainbow Six Siege. Its second season in its second year has been delayed to the third season. And for you guys that follow Rainbow Six, you know what I mean by second season being delayed to third season. So the second season was supposed to be Hong Kong operators. We're supposed to get 2 Hong Kong operators with a Hong Kong map, Hong Kong themed map, and new weapons, and then a mid-season reinforcement, which adds new buffs, nerfs, and then new gadgets possibly. And then we're supposed to get the third season. Well, season 2 is being replaced with something they call Operation Health. Operation following in suit that every season is called an operation. There's Operation Black Ice, then Operation Dustline, Operation Skull Rain, Operation Red Crow, now Operation Velvet Shell, now Operation Health. Now, what is Operation Health? See, Operation Health, and I'm going to explain it to you. Operation Health takes place in Season 2 and is solely dedicated on the health of the game, whether that being implementing server-side for like smoke. Like if you guys ever played Rainbow Six, most of the things that happen in the game are client side, not server side. So if you throw smoke down, sometimes the smoke won't register properly for the people on the other side, but it'll register properly for you. Like they can see through it, but you can't. That's client side. Or sometimes when you're shooting a wall down, a piece of wood will fall down the hole you're trying to make, and you can't see through, but you get shot through it, and they can perfectly see through it because that piece of wood didn't register properly or didn't, form properly on their server side. That's going to, not server side, client side, but that's going to go away in favor of server side. That's going to be changing. We're going to get one-step matchmaking. One-step matchmaking is the new form of matchmaking that they're going to be implementing. Instead of when you search in, they find you, how do I describe this? So the one-step matchmaking will be when you go to search, they're going to find 9 other people that are searching, clump you guys together, and start it. Instead of searching for your 4 teammates and then another 5 teammates and then putting you together, they're just going to grab 10 people all at once and push them in. But there will be, search there will be search recommendations, all this like skill, rank, KD, etc., 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 to make it more, appeasing and appealing to people, so you're not getting always matched up with diamonds and plats when you're a lowly bronze 4 that can barely shoot straight and you're playing up against kids that are trying out for the pro league. But that's a story for another day, because that matchmaking has just come in a week ago, and I don't really want to get into that because that's a whole other can of worms. But and then they're going to be server side, they're going to be dedicated server utilities, bug fixes, more consistent bug fixes, and this is all going to be happening in a 3-month span. They're going to be fixing their game. Instead of pushing out content, they're pushing out a healthier game. The game was already good before. It had a lot of bugs, but it was still playable, and it is still fun. This game is going to be getting better over the next 3 months, and people are flipping the fuck out because they're not getting their early access to their operators for another 3 months. Season 2 was supposed to be Hong Kong. I'm going to be putting up, so actually right now, so you guys can visualize with me while I talk about the current roadmap of what's going to be happening and the old roadmap. So with the old roadmap, we're going to be getting, we had Operation Velvet Shell, which came with Jackal and Mira. and then we got our mid-season reinforcement, which is the big Glaz buff, and then now we're in our final stage of the season, which is the Pro Leagues. That's the third part of the season, and then what we're supposed to get was we were supposed to get Hong Kong, which would be the 2 new operators, weapons, and a map, a mid-season buff, reinforcement, not buff. Usually they come with buffs. Anyway, and then the Pro League, and then Season 3 would be the Polish operators, or the Grom. The Grom is the Polish CTs, mid-season reinforcement, final Pro League finals next season. And then after that season would be Year 3, presumably, if this game continued on to a Year 3. But instead of that, it would be Velvet Shell, then we're getting Operation Health, and then we're going to get the Hong Kong DLC. Hong Kong is not being canceled. Hong Kong is being pushed forward, but there is an operation that is getting canceled. The Polish operation is being canceled. What that means is the Polish map will not be coming out. We are still getting our 2 Grom operators, but 1 Grom operator is getting pushed out during Hong Kong DLC, and the second one will be getting pushed out during the South Korean DLC. Did I say North Korean or did I say South Korean before this? Anyway, that doesn't matter. Anyway, we're going to be getting 3 attackers now. Not 3 attackers, 3 operators for the last 2 seasons instead of 2. We're going to be getting 2 maps, 6 operators over the course of 2 DLCs. People are saying that Ubisoft is breaking their promise, but they're not really breaking their promise, and this is pissing me off. Because people are fucking making these absurd claims that Ubisoft is fucking ripping you off, when in all reality, all they promised you was early access to 8 operators. That's all the Season Pass does. It doesn't get you anything. Like, it's ridiculous. I don't understand why people are fucking flipping out over this bullshit. You're getting your early access to your 8 operators. You got your early access to your 2 operators. Velvet Shell, if you paid for the DLC. I mean, the Season Pass. Now you're going to be getting early access in 3 months to 3 operators. 2 Hong Kong, 1 Polish. Then the next season, 2 South Korean, 1 Polish. Why is it such a big deal that they're pushing it forward another 3 months? I understand people are disappointed. I'm disappointed. You can be disappointed that we have to wait another 3 months because the content is going to start getting stale, but that's fine. If I have to wait another 3 months for my game to be healthier and for the game to be more playable and accessible for more people, I'm willing to wait another 3 months. And this is a classic case of spoiled, just conceited, selfish bullshit from gamers that it really fucking pisses me off. Because I want more people to play and enjoy this game. But at the same time, if they're going to set aside accessibility, playability, and enjoyability just to appease the people that bought their season passes, their game's gonna die. Sometimes you have to make these kind of decisions, and I promise you that this decision was not made lightly. I promise you that the developers went up to Ubisoft and pleaded for this to happen, because they did kind of break a promise. They didn't really, but they, in the eyes of a lot of people, they did. In my opinion, they didn't. But to the Ubisoft executive CEOs and all the shareholders, this is a major delay. This is major. So this was not made lightly. This was made on the intent to make their game better and last longer, so we don't have to worry about this anymore. And to have the audacity to get so mad and start threatening, the developers and calling them cunts because you're a mad, salty sack of shit doesn't make it right. So, this is my humble opinion. This is a good thing. The game's going to get better, and people need to calm the fuck down. If you can't wait another 3 months for operators, then go play other fucking games. Shadow of War is coming out in the time that that Operation Health is going to be happening. There's Titanfall 2, even though that game's kind of dying. There's... What else is coming out? Outlast 2 is out. There's all these other games. If you want, please DM me at Geeky Review. I'll send you a list of games you can start playing to pass the 3 months, because you guys obviously don't know that other games exist if you guys are getting this mad. But let's have a discussion in the comments as well. talk to me on Twitter at Geeky Review. I've been streaming Rainbow Six lately on my Twitch channel at Godly Charizard. I'll have a link to both of those in the description. But yeah, leave a comment, leave a like, or dislike if you're a salty piece of shit. But yeah, have a good one, guys, and take it easy.